Hey, Patrick here, Half Cheetah Well View, and it's about 3 in the morning. Um, Not sleeping, so, so I decided to do something a little different. I got some inspiration from our good friend Jeff from 101 Bronson. He recently was showing off his collection of Western movies and or Western TV shows and his regular TV shows, and I thought, well, I could do something like that. That'd be fun to do. So I said, okay, why not? I got nothing to do. Um, I try to sleep. Trying to get some sleep anyway. So I thought I'd show you a box that I have that has partial. The partial. There's a couple of short run series. There's some short run series here, which means they only lasted 1 or 2 seasons. There's some who I just picked up a season. I haven't completed the series yet, but they're in the box. It means I'm looking for these series. It's a hodgepodge. Hodgepodge. Some complete, some not. Different. Um, all right, let's get cracking. I don't even know where to start with this. Um, I will try to tell you where I got this stuff at too, if I can remember. Some of the stuff, uh, some of the stuff I don't really remember. I've had it for a while, but I thought I'd go ahead and start off. Um, so what I try to do for me, for my TV watching or binge watching, is I like to try to collect the entire series first, so that I can binge watch it all at once. I know, weird, right? But the way TV is these days, a lot of series are their arcs. They carry story arcs to it. So if you pick up season 5 of Grey's Anatomy and you never watched a single show of it, you're going to get a little lost because they're going to be talking about incidents that's happened in the past and that'll affect the show's future. And you'll be sitting there going like, I know nothing about this. So unless you have it, at the tip of your fingertips, if you have the series at your fingertips, you can continue to watch it all the way through. That's how I watch TV. So so the first thing I caught, and I went to disc replay quite a bit. Me and my buddy Catfish went to disc replay quite a bit. And my rule of the thumb was try not to get anything more than $3.99 for a TV series. That was my goal, was $3.99, and boy, I found a lot. There was quite a few there, and a lot of them were complete series, and which is really cool because a lot of networks, like I said, I explained before when I was watching the Cape, is like a lot of times those series would never get a chance to get on syndication because nobody would buy it because you couldn't air it. There's too few shows. It wouldn't generate any money. But doing short run printing, printing up the shows that only lasted a season, well, it helped their loyal audience that followed them. It helped them a lot of, you could like, oh wow, okay, so Off the Map lasted 1 season. But if you're a big fan of the series, unless it came out like this, that was the end of it for you. You probably weren't going to see it again. Well, now it might be a little different because of streaming services, but still, not guaranteed. Not guaranteed. So this is the first TV series I picked up from Disc Replay, and it is Off the Map, and it came out on ABC. Only it lasted 1 year. Next up, I got this digibook, uh, Empire Falls. I know nothing about this. I do know that it has a great cast, though, and I think this is more like a mini series than anything else. But still, I don't have it, but I do now. It's the only thing that came out. This came out on HBO, Empire Falls. Next up is a series that I found, and I didn't even know it had made a series, but it came out and it lasted 1 year or two. I think actually it came out for maybe 2 years. I take it back. I think it lasted 2 years. But I got the first year, and oh nope, I take it. Yeah, and so I got the first season, and it's Lonesome Dove, the series. So they made a series out of James McMurtry's 2 TV movies, and it starred Ricky Schroeder and Dylan McDermott. And it stars it has a great cast too, great cast, great guest cast as well. So that is Lonesome Dove the series. I picked this up from the library. This is another miniseries. John Adams featuring Paul Giamatti. Some say this is his best, finest work. I still say Cinderella Man is, but I still haven't seen the Hangovers yet, so or the Leftovers. I haven't seen that yet. Or Hangovers, or Left Behinds, Leftovers. I think that's what it's called, right? But this is John Adams. This came out on HBO as well. Won a ton of awards. Okay. Next up is another single season show that only lasted 1 year. That was Grosse Pointe, and this was a comedy drama. Only lasted 1 year. Okay. Next up is a complete series I got this from our friends over at Mill Creek. I did review this, and I found it very cute. I found it was really fun, and that was The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. This was a lot of fun. First time I ever watched it, yeah, it was a hoot. Okay, next up, another single season, and that is Beowulf. This came over from the UK. This came out on, they made it for they aired it on Esquire Network, which only lasted I don't even think Esquire Network even lasted a year. It used to be Versus, and then it used to be, it started out as a gay, and then it went on to TNN, then it went on to be Versus, then it went on to be Esquire, then it went on to be a couple other channels. I'm not even sure if they're still around at all on any level. But this is Beowulf. This featured William Hurt, Joanne Whalley, Edward Spleers. All right. Next up was a really, a real, I don't even know how this happened. So one season I got these both. Actually, I think I got these both at the library. And that is as a 2-season run. It's sort of like the Magnificent Seven. It only ran 13 episodes for the first season. I think it only ran for... let's see. Yeah, I think this one was 13 episodes. And this one, I think, was 15 episodes. And that was the short run of Dirty Sexy Money. And it had a great cast on it, including Lucy Liu. Donald Sutherland was in this as well. And only ran for 2 years on ABC. And I picked them up, both brand new, both factory sealed. I've watched dramas before. Next up is another single season show. This is based in World War II, and believe it or not, this was actually contained. They finished their story. This is the story. It was going to be interesting to see what they would have did for season 2, but according to the producers and the directors, when they made their show at the end of the first season, they pretty much said, you could end it now because we told our story, and that was The Gallant Men. Great show. This was paired with another show called Combat, and that ran on, I believe, on ABC as well. This is a Warner Brothers production, and this is fantastic show. Yeah, I had a lot of old. This is one of those series back in the '60s where a lot of actors that were underneath the contract to Warner Brothers. They did all the Warner Brothers TV shows, whether they did movies or not. If you could be starred in one movie 1 week, and then you'd be doing a Gallant Men the next week. Next up is another complete series, and this came out on TNT, and this was called The Lazarus Man. Now, the reason why this is only one season is because it starred Robert Urich. And by the time that the show was getting around to end of its first season, Robert Urich was very ill with cancer. And they decided to cancel the show. He actually sued them for that because he didn't want that news going out that he was sick. And so when they canceled it, they said that. So it made it hard for him to get work afterwards. But this is another great series. It's a real shame that it only got canceled after one, but I really, really enjoyed this very much. Good show. Really good show. All right. Next up, this is one of those things I actually got a little cheaper than the price. I got the first season of Seeker of the Legend of the Seeker. I know that so many different stickers and everything on it. This was supposed to be $8. I actually got this for free because they were running a special. If you bought 5 TV series, you get 1 or you get 2 for free. So I bought 5 series and I got this one and another one for free. So Legend of the Seeker. And I picked up the second and final season of Legend of the Seeker. I read the books and I saw the series. This is a really fun show. I really like this show too. Had Bridget Regan in it. Bruce Spence was amazing. Let's see. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I need to revisit this. That actually was one of the last series too that was doing a syndication. During the late 90s or into the mid early 2000s, there was a lot of syndicated shows. Like, these were not network shows. These would come out on independent stations or stations that were affiliate, but they didn't have anything on late night. So these would come on Saturday afternoons or Sunday nights or whatnot to fill in the programming. One of the last shows. All right. I picked up the second season of Breaking Bad. I only got this before the price. But I do like Aaron Paul. I do like Aaron Paul quite a bit. Yeah, and it's the only way I'm going to complete this series if I find the rest of it for a quarter a piece. I'm not spending anything more than that. I'm not really one who watches a lot of shows that glorify the crime. That's really not my cup of tea. But like I said, I do enjoy Aaron Paul, and I hear Giancarlo Esposito did a great job as the bad guy. So, or the bad or worst bad guy. All right, some of this you might see me pick up at the library. This is one of them. I got Walker, the reboot of Walker, not the Chuck Norris one, but the reboot with Jensen Ackles of Walker, season 1. I found this there at the library too, and then this is the complete first and second season of News Radio. This is really tragic. I think they went 3 seasons. But this is the show that starred Phil Hartman. He was doing this show when he was shot and murdered by his wife while he was sleeping. Yikes! But it's a great cast, and this show did really, really well. And I even had Andy Dick on it. This is back before he went off the rails, being a weird oddball, being a weirdo. All right. Okay, I got this one at the library as well. And I remember this came out on USA Network. They were doing scripted series. And this one came out in Plain Sight, which is based off the movie In Plain Sight, which is a Elmore Leonard a story, and it had the movie starred Jennifer Lopez and George Clooney, and then they decided to make a actually I think they made I want to say they tried this same story twice, one on ABC with Carla Gugino, and then this one here, where they changed the name up, but it's basically in plain sight. I think the one they called in ABC was Karen Cisco, because that was her character's name. But this is just basically Karen Cisco with just a different name. All right, and I found this one right here. This is not a complete series, close. They ran for 25 episodes, and I found 17 of them. So basically 2 seasons out of 3, and that is White Fang. I know nothing about this one at all. Yeah, it says here, collect all 25 episodes. Well, they divided that up into 2 discs of eight episodes apiece. 8, 8, 9. Okay, we're rocking and rolling here. Hope you guys are enjoying. This is sort of fun. Let's see. I got this one actually. I did get this one at Goodwill, and I actually got it for a very good price. I think someone had actually stuck the wrong sticker on it. I think they actually stuck. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think they stuck like a 99-cent sticker on this. I don't think that was supposed to be the right price, but that's what it was, and I sort of, that's what they give it to me for. It said $4.99. It said $3.99 on here, but when they rang it up, it said 99 cents. So it might have been the sticker code. Like sometimes they discount stuff with the sticker. They didn't tell me. All they told me was I found this brand new factory sealed for $4. I thought that was a good deal, $3.99 rule, and so but it was only 99 cents. That's the only season I have. I don't have any more seasons than this. I know it. I know that Kevin Spacey was fired from the show, and the show went into the toilet after that. I think it ran for 5 or 6 years. This is another one from Disc Replay, and that is Ally McBeal. First season of Ally McBeal. I know I watch weird shit. What can you say? You haven't figured it out by now. If you haven't figured out that I watch weird shit, then you haven't been here very long. I watch a lot of weird shit. I got the first season of the Gilmore Girls from the library. I did not pay $5 for this. Did not pay $5. I think this is a bag sale. I put this in the bag, so much cheaper. And I also got the first season of Glee. That was also a bag sale pickup as well. They put $6 on it. I have no idea what they were thinking about, but nobody was buying this shit for that kind of price. But when bag sale week came by, it all went home for pennies on the dollar. Glee's interesting show. Hey. Got the first season of the Mind of the Married Man. I really don't know where I got this one. I can't remember. Probably the library. It's factory sealed. I know really nothing about it except that it has a great cast on it, and on HBO, Warner Brothers. Now this is a show that I keep looking for. I do keep looking for it. I keep hoping I'm gonna find it. I have only seen only one season in the time I've been going to the library, and I did grab it. But I'd like to get the whole series if I could, and that is Psych. This also came out on USA Today, or USA Network, and one of their scripted series, and it was very well received and very popular on the network. And this is season 4. So I think it ran for 6 or 7 seasons. But this is Psych. This is quite funny. This guy pretends that he has psychic abilities, and then him and his partner stumble across into solving different crimes, pretty much by the skin of their neck and by just good old-fashioned deduction. So, let's see. This also came to me via the library as well. I got a lot of factory seal stuff from the library, a lot of it, and that is I got the first season of Wild Wild West. This also came in the bag sale. So I got this for something like 50 cents or something like that. So that's what it worked out to. So the first season of Wild Wild West. I have not seen any seasons since then. This one I did pick up from the disc replay, and this is the second season. I think it ran 3 seasons. I want to say 3 seasons. It might have only ran 2, but I know that I got the second one, and that is Jericho. I am looking for the first one. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you want to go back and you want to help me, fill the holes in these series, contact me tell me on Instagram. Let me know if you got anything that you want to get rid of. Me and the cheetah, we're not picky. We'll take it. So this is Jericho, the second season. This is actually a fantastic show. It just ended. It just was on at the wrong time, wrong place. This will probably be a streaming darling today. But this stars Skeet Ulrich, and let's see. Well, I know for sure it started Skeet Ulrich. I don't know who else was in it right off the bat, but I do know that he did this. And critically acclaimed. A lot of people loved the show, just not enough of them. All right. Still rocking and rolling. Actually tearing off some of these stickers while I'm talking to you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this one. Let me know, because believe me, I have a lot of this stuff. I'm trying to organize it. That's what I'm trying to do. That would probably be really helpful. So I found this right here at Alias. This is season 1 of Poltergeist. This was at Alias. Now, Alias quit selling their stuff. They quit. In fact, they were the first store that I noticed that stopped selling physical media. They were the first. Me and my buddy Catfish, we went over to Disc Replay, but we also stopped at Ollie's, and we went inside there I was going to look at movies, he was going to look at comic books, and they had gotten rid of all of their physical media, all their movies. He cleaned up on comic books. I walked out empty-handed. I got this one at the Ollie's that was next to my house. So I got this for like $3. And factory sealed. Again, these are hard to find out in the wild. You just don't see them. You don't see them anywhere really. A lot of times they're out of print. Really, what they are, they're out of print. So if you have them, hold on to them. I think it ran 3 or 4 years. I got this one at the library too, and that was the first season of the Boondocks. Boondocks is hilarious. This is a funny show, and it is politically incorrect. If you are sensitive, you have sensitive ears, you do not watch the Boondocks, because you will get roasted. Everybody does. And believe me, the N-word gets thrown out here more than in a Klan meeting. Let me tell you. This is not afraid to say its mind. It's refreshing. It's insightful. And it has a lot to say. I mean, it's hilarious, but there's a lot of social commentary in this series as well. And a very good show. And I got the first season at the library. All right. Okay. Picked up the Battlestar Galactica miniseries. So I believe this is the show that they ran before they hit they took it to series. They ran this on the Sci-Fi Channel to see what kind of reaction it would get. Would people be interested in watching the reimagining of Battlestar Galactica? And it turns out they did. And so this is the miniseries that ran before the original TV show came on, and I picked this up. Now I don't have anything from the TV series. I have all the little all the side movies, Steel and Chrome, and there's like 2 or 3 other movies they made. But as far as the series itself, I don't own any copies. All right. I picked this up at Alias too, and they were selling this for cheap, cheap, cheap. And I got the second season of the Dead Zone, and it's factory seal still. Trying to collect the trying to collect the more series. Yep. Uh, this starred Anthony Michael Hall. Did a great job in this. Great job. He's fantastic in this movie, in this series. This is based off a Stephen King book, and I heard that they're trying to reboot this. I heard. All right, and I'm gonna make this the last one. I got more to show you, but I'm running out of time on my phone, so probably should have did this on StreamYard. So I picked up the first season of The Shield. Now, this is a show that I actually thought I would see a lot more of on the shelves. I really did. I got there about right when it ended. I started going to the library, and I remember the show very much. It was a great show. Michael Chiklis, fantastic. Fantastic. Up to that point, he had done The Commish. Commish was a good show, but he was... When he did the Fantastic Four, after he did the Fantastic Four, Michael